welcome to the space that gives you inspiration on work, on life, and how to balance both worlds. I hope you have your cup of coffee, cup of tea, glass of water or juice or glass of other things, anything that tickles your fancy, and a pen and a notebook because things are gonna get serious. I'm a teacher, so yeah, I come here to teach, right? To teach. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell so you know every time any one of my videos goes up. So last week we talked about the Pareto principle, and I shared that this week I wanted to get a little bit deeper into this thing called prioritization. And there's two particular models that I would like to talk about in this video. Now, I'll just take a really brief, talk really briefly about the Eisenhower matrix before I talk about the Moscow method. The Eisenhower matrix is when, you remember last week we talked about picking out all your 20% tasks. When you pull them out, the truth is you still have to go through some removing and putting and organizing before there's still some more that are more priority than others. And I think that's where the Eisenhower and the Moscow matrix come in. But also you could look at it as the Eisenhower and the Moscow method are really useful for when you're looking at your daily tasks, okay? The Pareto method is when you're looking at your overall tasks, maybe for the month or for the year. What are some of the things that you want to get done this year? That's what the Pareto principle will help you to establish. But then in your daily, day-to-day, month-on-month, week-on-week tasks, you might need to subject them to the Eisenhower or the Moscow method. So what's the Eisenhower matrix? The Eisenhower matrix is really a matrix where you subject all your 20% tasks. Remember the 20%, not the other, all the brain dump tasks that we talked about. Just from the brain dump, pick up that 20% tasks. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say the 20% tasks, you need to watch the video before. Because like I said, I'm a teacher, I will teach chronologically. So you need to first go and watch that video, then you come back to this video. So when you remove the 20% tasks from your huge brain dump, these 20% are the ones that are going to give you 80% of your results. You're going to subject them to the Eisenhower matrix. So this Eisenhower matrix gets all of these tasks and distributes them in 4 quadrants. The first quadrant is important and urgent. The second quadrant is important and not urgent. The third quadrant is not important and urgent. The fourth quadrant is not important and not urgent, okay? Now, what exactly does this mean? One, I realized that it was important for me to pick what the definition is for me for important and what it is for urgent. Now, I already did that in a separate video, and if you'd like a link, I will leave the link in the description box below because we need to keep moving. We need to move. So you need to define what does important mean to you and what does urgent mean to you. For me, important meant there was a financial gain or a social gain in terms of relationships with my family, my husband, and my children. And then urgent meant it had a deadline to it, okay? So I had to define what urgent meant for me and what important meant for me. So when you look at that, then you realize which of you put your tasks in any one of the 4 quadrants. Which ones are important and urgent, okay? One of the things that I shared in the video that I've put in the link below is that you should get out of that quadrant because that quadrant is a constant chase, okay? You want to get into the quadrant of important and not urgent. You need to be in a place where you're working on things before time, ahead of time, okay? That's the quadrant. That's the holy grail quadrant that you want to be in. And then there's the important, not important and urgent, and not important and not urgent. Not important but urgent, you need to delegate. Now, those things kind of confused me when I was doing the Eisenhower matrix. And then I came across the Moscow method. The Moscow method, I feel, is very related to the Eisenhower, at least in my mind. It's very related to the Eisenhower matrix, okay? So what really the Moscow method is it's an acronym for must do, should do, could do, won't do, right? So I look at all my tasks and this one is a must do. So if you're looking at the Eisenhower matrix, it looks like that's the important and urgent. And then there is the should do, which is the important but not urgent. And then could do, not important but urgent, and not important and not urgent would be the won't do. So I think I like the Moscow method better because the Moscow method one, I'm a creative, so the words were really nice. I must do, should do, could do, won't do. There's a thing, I don't know what will work for you. I don't know. Either Eisenhower or Moscow could work for me, but for me, it was the Moscow method that worked for me because I knew that these were things that I must do, right? Because if I want, remember these are already the 20% tasks, but I even further subdivided them into this. Yeah, what are the must do, what are the should do, what the could do, what the won't do. And for now, for me, the must do, I really had to do them myself. And the won't do are the ones I actually delegated. Yeah, I delegated my won't do's because I realized somebody else could do those tasks for me. And then the could do and should do, the thing that I liked about the wording for should do and could do was that they gave me the feeling of I'm not under pressure. The other thing that I loved about the Moscow method was the wording. Yes, I was a creative, but there was a way the wording was that was less putting me under pressure. Dan was important, not urgent, urgent. I was like, oh my God, oh Lord, what are we gonna do? But then with the Moscow method, I had things like should do. Like these are things that you should do, you know. I kind of felt like it was constantly advising me, you know, you should do these tasks. You could do these tasks, you don't have to, but you could do them. I'm like, yeah, honestly, I could. I felt that the Eisenhower matrix, like for example, the not important and urgent, you're required to delegate them. But there were tasks that I felt like they were not important, but because they were urgent, I was the only one that could do them fast. So then I struggled because now I would now want to put it under important and urgent. Yet the truth is, because important and urgent, I had to do it. But the truth is it should be under not important and urgent. But I constantly had a battle. But now when I came to the Moscow method, the way the wording was, no one was holding me at ransom, right? It was, these are things that you should do, Manuela. These are things that you could do. These are the things that you shouldn't do or that you won't do. And these are the things that, Manuela, you must do. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, the Moscow method really worked for me or really made me feel better about my tasks. And so it's the one that I usually gravitate towards. Now, tell me, which one of these two would help you to better prioritize your 20% tasks that will give you the 80% of your results? Which one do you feel would work better for you? Is it the Eisenhower or is it the Moscow method? Let me know in the comment section, and I can't wait to see you next week when we talk a little bit more about this thing called prioritization. And the next time you're asking yourself or anybody asks you, I wonder how Manuela does this. This is what I had to go through until I came up with my own method of how to do things for myself. Still slip in and out because default system is sanguine, but I'm getting there, or at least I know that I will get there. Now, some of the things that I have done is create a home system and a business system. But what I have on sale available to you is my home organization system, called the HOT Home Organization Tool. There is one on your house chores, on kids chores, on meals, an annual meal plan for the entire. You don't have to think up food ever again for over 400 days of your life. Yes, that's what this meal plan does. There's recipes. We have breakfast, the breakfast edition. These are things that I'm using in my own home that I would like to give to you, so together we can win. Now you can get all the details about HOT in the description box. Also, remember that we're working our way towards the last weekend of October, when we shall be having our annual personal planning getaway. I'll give you all the details starting in September, but for now, start to get your monies ready. I can't wait to see you. Until next time, bye-bye.